Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into a fascinating moment, a crucial point, actually.
Absolutely.
It's right after the Buddha's enlightenment, under the Bodhi tree. And it's about his decision, well, his initial hesitation to teach, which is kind of strange when you think about it, isn't it? I mean, why would someone who's just found ultimate liberation pause before sharing that?
It's a great question. And the hesitation, it really came from the sheer depth, the profound subtlety of the Dhamma, the truth he'd uncovered.
Okay.
So this deep dive, it's not just, history. It's about truth itself and what it means to actually bring it into the world.
Right.
It shows how the Buddha's own liberation turned into this, universal mission, how wisdom and compassion really work together.
So he's there 49 days post-enlightenment. He's got this ultimate truth, but he's holding back. Why? Let's unpack this.
Yeah.
Why was the Dhamma so difficult to share?
Well, the texts describe the Dhamma as paisuputta, which means it's profound, sure, but also really hard to see, hard to grasp.
Okay, hard to grasp how?
It just runs completely counter to, normal human thinking, especially our deep, deep attachment to the idea of a self, and of course, to sensual pleasures.
Ah, right, the self thing.
Yeah, it asks for a total shift in how we see everything.
So things like dependent origination, or the big one, anatta, not self. He thought people would just, reject them. Too weird, too abstract.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. It challenges our most fundamental sense of identity. It's like telling someone the very ground they stand on isn't solid in the way they think.
That's a powerful analogy.
It really is. He saw how attached people were, how stuck they were in, suffering, frankly, and he genuinely worried. Would teaching this path, which is liberating but also really demanding, would it just be effort wasted?
So there was a real empathy there, seeing how hard it would be for people.
Definitely. He understood the struggle, the sheer effort it takes to see beyond our conditioning.
Okay, so the Buddha's contemplating this huge challenge, like you said, trying to explain color to someone who's only known black and white. What happened? What broke that hesitation? Was there, an event?
There was a really critical one. This is where Brahma Sahampati comes in.
Ah, Brahma. Okay, now this is interesting.
It really is. Brahma Sahampati isn't just any deity. In the cosmology, he's, a very high being. His appearance is hugely symbolic.
Symbolic of what?
It shows the sheer importance of the Buddha's awakening. The entire cosmos was aware, was reverent. Brahma saw the unbelievable value of the Dhamma.
Right.
He understood that if the Buddha didn't teach, beings would just keep suffering, stuck in samsara. His arrival is almost like the universe itself pleading for the teaching. He showed immense respect, bowing low.
And then he makes this plea, this appeal. It's famous, isn't it? What did he actually say?
He did. It's incredibly moving. He urged the Buddha, saying something like, "Let the Blessed One teach the Dhamma, please." There are beings with little dust in their eyes who are wasting away because they haven't heard the Dhamma. They will understand it. They will be Dhamma knowers.
Little dust in their eyes. That's such a striking image. What does that mean exactly?
It's a beautiful metaphor, isn't it? The dust is like the level of ignorance, the defilements that cloud our understanding, stop us seeing clearly.
Okay.
But Brahma's point was crucial. Some people only have a little dust. They're close. They're almost there, ready to see.
So it wasn't an argument that everyone would suddenly get it overnight?
No, not at all.
It was more about identifying those who were receptive, who had that readiness, that inclination.
Precisely. Brahma wasn't pushing for, mass conversion. He was pointing out that there were individuals whose minds were ripe. People who, if they just heard the Dhamma, had the potential, the conditions needed to get it, to reach liberation.
So he was basically reassuring the Buddha, your efforts won't be wasted. There's an audience waiting.
Exactly that. He was saying, look, there are people ready to bloom. Your teaching will find fertile ground.
So you have this powerful appeal from Brahma. And then there's the Buddha's own nature, his immense compassion, karun. How did those two things finally click together?
Well, Brahma's plea definitely resonated. Moved by that and guided by his own inherent compassion, the Buddha then surveyed the world. He looked out with his enlightened vision, his Buddha eye.
And what did he see?
He saw the world like a lotus pond. It's another famous image.
Right, the lotuses.
Yeah. He saw some lotuses still deep down in the mud, completely submerged in suffering. Others were rising, maybe reaching the surface.
Okay.
But crucially, He saw some that were already near the surface, or even slightly emerged, their buds just waiting for the sun of the Dhamma to open their petals.
So he saw the different levels of readiness that Brahma was talking about. He saw that variation in capacity.
Exactly. He saw that range. And realizing that those who were ready, those lotuses about to bloom, would just continue to suffer if he didn't teach. That realization, combined with his deep compassion, it overcame the hesitation.
That was the tipping point.
That was it. That understanding of the different capacities, seeing the suffering of those who were poised to understand but just lacked the teaching. That's what did it.
And that's the moment he shifts from seeker to teacher.
Absolutely. It marks that huge transition. His resolve became firm. He decided then and there to turn the wheel of Dhamma, to set it in motion for the world.
It's incredible. Brahma's plea, it feels like such a vital moment, a reminder, really, about sharing truth and how one compassionate act, one appeal, can literally change history.
It really did change everything. It ensured that this path, this incredibly profound way to liberation that the Buddha discovered, didn't just stay with him. It became accessible.
Accessible to those who are ready.
To those with little dust in their eyes. It fulfilled his great vow, ultimately, to help guide beings out of suffering. Without Brahma, who knows? The Dhamma might have vanished.
So this deep dive into Brahma's plea, it really highlights that even the most profound truths, well, they need a voice, don't they? They need to be spoken. What stands out to you, thinking about this, maybe the idea of spiritual readiness, or just the sheer impact one person's appeal can have? Maybe it makes you think, about sharing something valuable you've learned. Because perhaps, just perhaps, there's someone out there, someone with a little dust in their eyes, just waiting to hear it.